Hello, I am the comic book critic from Brooklyn. Welcome to my show. Today I'm summary and reviewing Spider-Man number 10, the Miles Morales Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis, art by Leon Gracia. So this is a heavy Civil War II tie-in, so there's going to be a lot of parallel storylines going with Civil War II if you're watching, or reading rather. So basically the summary to this is we open up to Gank sneaking into his dorm that he shares with Miles Morales and Goldballs. Gank finds Miles in tears on the floor of the dorm. Miles tells him about Ulysses' vision of Miles killing Captain America, which is a major turning point in Civil War II. Miles also tells Gank that he went down to DC to prove that the vision was wrong. So Captain America actually arrives to confront Miles in DC. Miles' speech gets interrupted when both Goldballs and Ms. Marvel show up in the dorm room to see that he's fine because he's been missing for the past couple of issues. He continues to say that Captain Marvel showed up to arrest him in DC. Tony Stark showed up to prevent that. And then Iron Man and Captain Marvel fight, and Captain Marvel ends up killing Tony Stark. So now Miles Morales is standing there watching this whole thing happen, and Tony Stark dies in Miles Morales' arms. Miles breaks down in front of his friends while telling the story, and at the end of the issue we see that Miles' dad has actually been listening in and went to the dorm to go and visit Miles, but turns around and leaves after what he hears at the door. So as a whole, for a review for the book, I would give it, I think it's a very heartfelt issue. You get a lot of pictures of just Miles in tears and telling his story and pouring his soul out to his friends, and the only interludes in that are like the breaks with Goldballs and Ms. Marvel showing up, you like making it funny, and Gank kind of making it funny, but otherwise it's about this kid telling how he saw one of his idols get killed by another one of his idols. I mean, the guy's really confused about good and evil right now, and he's torn. And Bendis is actually writing this pretty well, and as you may know from my videos as a whole, or myself in general, I'm not a big fan of Brian Michael Bendis, and I'm not really following Civil War II too much either. But Spider-Man is a really, really good look on Civil War II, because you don't need to get involved, you get the whole entire thing of it right in Spider-Man. It's really convenient. But the art on the book was fantastic. There was this one scene where classic Spider-Man, you got it split down the middle in the panels. One side is Miles Morales, the other side is Spider-Man. Looked fantastic. And all of the one-shots on Miles and tears and crying and telling the story is fantastic. Also, the facial expressions of all the characters was phenomenal. The guy, he'll have you laughing if you actually pay attention to the art in the story because of all the facial expressions and things that people are doing to the other characters in the book. Overall, I thought this was great. It wasn't any filler, there was some hard story elements going on, and it was fast-paced, all the panels moved really well. I have to give the book a 7 out of 10, I think, this issue. Spider-Man number 10, 7 out of 10. Alright, well, that concludes our show for today. Thank you for watching. Support Marvel, support Spider-Man, support this book, support Brian Michael Bendis and the official release. I hope you check out my other videos, like, comment, subscribe, and